This is from the Cambridge Companion to Kant's Critique of Pure Reason, because his famous critique of pure reason is too fucking complex to understand on its own. Anyway, Kant turned on metaphysics. Kant, he was, of course, one of the most famous and influential Enlightenment thinkers in the history of modern Western philosophy, right? I I forgot to define metaphysics in my last video on it. So basically, metaphysics is detailed philosophical speculative arguments about the cosmic structure of the universe. If it often includes discussion of gods, but not necessarily because it's different from theology. It can include questions of what knowledge, being, and existence are. That's basically asking what the branches of philosophy called epistemology and ontology are, obviously. But like I said, put concisely, metaphysics is philosophical speculation about the cosmic structure and nature of the universe. Anyway, Kant had what can be seen as four different stages of thinking in terms of metaphysics. At first, he was fucking in love with it, so it dramatically shaped his intellectual development. He tried to provide a foundation for metaphysics. He laid out a rationalist epistemology, or philosophical system for how you can know things, an Enlightenment rationalist epistemology, similar to that of dumbass, supposedly atheist liberal Sam Harris. Kant claimed that his system could justify the possibility of knowledge, a protective God or spirit, immortality, and how the universe first came into existence. With Kant's second phase of thinking, he started to get pissed off by metaphysics. He got disillusioned. He switched from rationalist epistemology to skepticism, rejecting the possibility of a metaphysical system that transcends the limits of human experience. Basically, Kant went from believing that Enlightenment rationalism can tell us everything about the universe, God, and knowledge to realizing that it's totally fucking unrealistic to try to understand the metaphysical nature of the universe from our human perspective. After this, Kant changed his mind again. He went back to his main bitch, metaphysics. He couldn't let go of his first love, so he sketched out an ontology to form firm foundations for it. Kant desperately wanted to find a way to gain knowledge about the nature of the universe. The fourth and final position that Kant settled on was when he divorced metaphysics. They just had irreconcilable differences, man. You know how it is. He finally realized the fundamental challenge in metaphysics. I see this as its fundamental flaw. How are synthetic a priori principles valid of experience if they are not derived from it? In other words, Kant decided to figure out how claims that are supposedly inherently true and don't have to be proved, like that I exist, can be true based on our experiences alone. To me, they can't. That's why I divorced metaphysics along with Kant. How can we rely on our own experience to tell us what is true if we don't know how or why we know anything, or whether we can trust that our experiences accurately convey reality to us at all? This is a synthetic a priori principle in itself. Kant finally figured out that metaphysics fails. Metaphysics fails. Kant turned on metaphysics.